Welcome back to another video, guys. How are you all doing? I am here with
Nurhen, and I'm a youth career coach, and I help young adults create a thriving and successful life.
I love that. And I am Allison, and I am a subconscious mindset coach, and I help others align their conscious mind with their subconscious mind so they can achieve the goals that they want. So what this means is that if you consciously have a creative goal or something that you want to achieve, and your subconscious mind is not letting you, you're struggling, you're not getting it done, something's off, it's because the program that you have on your subconscious is not supporting your conscious thoughts, your conscious goals, and your creative goals. And so I help align them both so that you can be operating at 100% in alignment and with purpose. And I've also written a book, and it's called Algodón. And this is a tool so that you can reprogram your subconscious mind every single day very effortlessly. So you can get your own copy in the link in our channel. So today we're going to be discussing which area?
The emotional area of life.
The emotional area of life. Let's just see here. We have the spiritual, we have the intellectual, and now we have the emotional here. And it reads, why do I carry myself with empathy and integrity? 2 words there. And now we can start by defining empathy and integrity, and then carrying yourself. Because it's a lot. There's a lot to unpack here.
Absolutely, yes. Let's pick our brains. And I love that we don't read the affirmations before recording the videos. So it's always
very raw and open.
Yes, and it's coming from inspiration, and that's the most important part for us. So
there's no script. We don't have any script.
Right? It's nothing. It's really based on what is coming to our minds in this moment. So very present.
Based on our experience.
Yes. Based on the knowledge, based on what our hearts are speaking in that moment. So and
it's very important to also keep in mind to not try to answer the question that you're reading or the program that you're reading for that day, because you don't want to traumatize yourself or stress yourself in trying to answer the question. That's not the point. The point is to just let your subconscious mind find the answer, plant a little seed, and let it surprise you.
Yeah.
You'll find the answer, trust me.
Yeah. Surprise and delight you.
Yeah.
It will surprise and delight you. Yeah.
So back to the question. Why do I carry myself with empathy and integrity? I love the word integrity. I feel like I relate more to integrity and then empathy.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I lean more into empathy.
Perfect. Balance each other out.
Yes. Yeah.
So what is empathy to you?
Empathy to me is understanding and self-compassion. So these 2 words came to me right away. It was because it's about the relationship to myself, right?
The emotional life.
Yeah, correct. The emotional life. So it's how do I feel about myself, and not only that, how do I respond to myself when I'm not feeling that good? I believe that's when we need more empathy, right?
So how do you do it then?
Oh, yeah. So my first mantra is, it's okay to not be okay.
Yes, absolutely.
That's very important. So it's really the part of acceptance. In order to come to that empathy, which for me it is having understanding for myself,
Right.
even though it might be that my mind, my logic self doesn't agree to how I'm feeling about whatever is going on. And I see that's the conflict, where empathy is important.
Right.
So it's in order to come to understanding, and then having a self-compassionate self-talk and the way I treat myself, it's very important to have the step of acceptance first.
Right. To acknowledge, be aware,
Yes.
and know, okay, this is actually happening.
This is how I feel. And actually, I would say a few years ago, before I started the journey of self-awareness and
Right.
self-development, I couldn't even name some emotional states I was having.
That's like identifying them.
Yeah, identifying them. It's like I was asked, I remember my mentor asked me, how do you feel about that?
You're like, I don't know.
I don't know. No, so
I guess
it's like, yeah, it's like numbing, and that's like, it's not numbing myself, but it's like numb, you know, in that moment, that void. So becoming more familiar with my emotional body,
Like naming them.
and naming them and acknowledging them. So
Right.
yeah, coming back to it, your question, it's okay to not be okay.
Absolutely.
That brings a lot of relief in the first place.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, it's like, okay, I don't want to change it. I don't want to fix it. I don't want to have it differently in that moment.
In that moment is key.
In that moment is key. Yes, I love that. Is key.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's like it creates a lot of resistance, because you're fighting against yourself in that moment. I shouldn't feel like this. I'm not supposed to feel that way.
We're kind of taught that, right?
Yeah.
Don't cry. It's not time to cry.
Yeah.
Or like, don't do this, you know? Or like,
yes, don't be angry.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
When in that moment, it's okay to feel that way.
Yes.
But only in that moment.
Yeah.
That is key. You don't want to stay angry all day or all month or all year for that matter, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that it's very important, like you say, like naming the emotion, you're already like halfway through solving it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
When you name it, it's kind of like you're analyzing it. You're like, okay, I'm aware that anger is in me right now, or sadness, you know, I'm aware. Like, I'm going to just sit with it and let it experience, or like, let me experience it, right? Like, how would you actually describe emotions? Because in the scientific world, like emotions, it's a chemical imbalance in your body, right? But if I was an alien, let's just say, how would you describe being angry, being sad? You know, how does it actually feel in your body?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't want to feel that way, or we kind of like, no, that feels weird, that feels awkward, or that feels off, or uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's the point.
We don't tend to like being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And sometimes being uncomfortable is just how you say, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. Right?
Yeah. Because from there, and you have the choice, which is very empowering. The moment I realized that I can control the way I feel.
Yeah.
Because I read a lot about master your emotions, master your life. So like guru saying that. So I mean,
sounds easy, right?
It sounds easy, right? So it's like, I was like, there's nothing wrong with my emotions. I never paid attention to them, right? So it was more like I really was a lot in my head, a lot in my.
It's hard to like pay attention because you don't see them.
Yeah.
You just feel them.
You feel them.
And then you're like, what is this?
Exactly. So then what happens is if you're not attuned with them, you're suppressing or repressing them. And that's what causes the discomfort.
Yes.
because they are not
passing through.
Exactly. They are not able to pass through you.
Yeah.
So to be felt and then released. No, it's stuck.
It's stuck. It's bottled up.
Stuck energy, right?
And then guess what? When something big happens,
boom. Yes.
We've all been there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, and the part of the choice, that's where the empowerment and actually taking your power back comes in.
It's a beautiful skill to have.
Because then I ask myself, okay, I see you, I feel you, I'm really uncomfortable feeling you, but do I wanna feel that way? That's all. And sometimes I know it's nothing I can change like in the next hour, so that's okay too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So sometimes especially in the beginning of my journey, it took me weeks because it was just so much like suppressed and like baggage and bottled up. So it was like it needs to find an outlet.
Yes.
No? So it's energy. No? So
it's clogged energy.
It's clogged energy. Yeah. Yeah. And everybody is different in that matter, but it's important to get in touch with yourself and with your emotional body and your physical body to see, because that goes hand in hand, right? So for me, for example, my emotions are all in my muscles. It's like they are stored there. So really like clogged, and I always wondered why I always feel so tight, especially the back area. And it's like, okay, yeah, we'll get a massage or so, but no, the body listens to the mind, and that's the point. So coming back to the choice, the acceptance, and then the choice is like, do I want to feel that way?
And some people, they're even addicted to feeling this way, because it's kind of like someone that is addicted to a substance, right? And you are able to visibly see that they're not well, that they're all of the things that come with addiction, right? And so you tell them, are you okay? That you want to help them, you want to have empathy, right? But how many of us see people around us and we don't see that the other person has an addiction to not feeling empathy towards themselves, right? And so when you give them that, being empathy, because you have it already, because you worked on it, then that's kind of like, here, this is a way out. Like, have empathy and let's unclog all of that, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you can become addicted to a certain emotion, a certain chemical imbalance, because it is a chemical reaction in your body, and which is the same effect that a substance has in your body, right? And so this is why it creates an addiction, right? Your body keeps wanting it, and it thinks that it defines you when it really doesn't. So the question that Norhan asks is, do I really want this? Someone that is an addict, and they want to better their life and they don't want to be addicted anymore, of course they're going to say, no, I don't want this in my life, right? Because it's visible, it's tangible. But emotions are not visible, they're not tangible, but they're still there. They cause the same effect as a substance, as being an addict. And when you don't stop that, you have to first be aware, then you, like Norhan said, you have the choice. And that's the beautiful part about it. I'm getting goosebumps now, because you have that choice. That's the beautiful thing about being human.
Yes.
You can make a choice to say no more.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the free will, right? So it's like I would get so upset seeing that pattern of feeling a certain way again and again. For example, guilty, saying no and feeling guilty.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I am so eager to reprogram that and to learn that for my own well-being. Right? So, and then every time I would say no, or I would choose myself, I would feel that guilt. So it's like, and it consumes me. Right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I tell myself, like intellectually, and that's very important to also understand, like the difference. That's
Right.
why words itself will not manifest your dreams and goals. You can say a lot of things, but if you don't feel that way,
You believe it.
and you believe it, and you really can embody it, it will not manifest.
Yep.
It's just law. It's just the law of attraction. So
you can't think one way and feel another.
Exactly. It has to be aligned.
Yep.
It has to be aligned. The way I think, the way I feel, what I say.
You believe and you act.
And the action, so it has all to be balanced, first of all, and going in one direction.
The same direction. Yep.
Same direction. So coming back to my example of feeling guilty, saying no, it's like, and I'm saying, it's like, I don't want to feel that way. And it's like, but I was not approaching myself with empathy. Right? So I was like, kind of pressuring myself because I know it's not right. Like my intellectual knows it's not right to not choose myself.
To think about yourself, because we program that it's selfish.
Exactly. So program is selfish, program that, if I choose myself, I will be punished, I will be, so all of that. So now it's like, but I'm not approaching my guilt with empathy. And that's the point where it creates a lot of resistance.
Yeah.
And so, in the moment it's like how you would treat a child lovingly, right? So like, let's really say a baby, a newborn.
Yeah.
And so it starts crying because it's hungry. You will not scream at the child. It's like, why are you crying? Why are you hungry? It's like, no, it's just a need, right?
And you don't become selfish, then you become selfless.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because you have that empathy towards them.
Yeah.
And you're not judging, you're not like criticizing them, you're not like, you're just taking care of it. Like being tender, like being with grace.
Gentle, right? Yeah. Gentleness, tenderness. Yeah, absolutely.
So then the affirmation is, why do I carry myself with empathy?
And integrity.
And then integrity, the second part, but having that empathy of like knowing and acknowledging your emotions then will lead you to have integrity.
Exactly. What is integrity for you?
Integrity for me is doing what's right even when no one's watching you. Right?
Yeah.
So you go back to empathy.
Yeah.
No one's watching you.
Yeah.
And what's to do right? Take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
But we're taught the other way around. That it's wrong to be selfish.
Yeah. So like self-love.
I guess the point, but there's a balance, right? Where you take care of others, you take care of yourself, it's not like an extreme, where you're only taking care of yourself and then you're only taking care of others. Those would be extremes, right? Where someone is just only watching out for others and never for themselves. And then the other extreme where someone could be selfish and they're just all about them, and they don't watch and they don't care about others, right? So you need to be in the middle, right? Just like everything in life.
Absolutely.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the point is, I think one leads to the other one. In my opinion, it's when you're taking care of yourself, I see it always like a cup. When you fill your cup, automatically, based on your energy and your vibration, you're radiant.
Yes.
What you radiate outside of yourself,
it's visible that you're full.
It's visible that you're full. People can feel that. So it's basically, you don't have to think about, I'm gonna help this person or I'm gonna be there for them. It's like, no, you automatically are.
Yeah.
Because you embodied that quality and that like rich relationship to yourself. Right. So then it's like
you're overflowing.
Yeah. And then you give from overflow. You don't give from lack, because that's why I feel like it's like filling my cup leads automatically to being there for others.
Exactly.
No? So that's, and it's not even about doing something tangible. It's even your presence.
Right.
Not just your presence, your energy, even if you're not living in one country, it's like your energy, thinking about that person, blessing them, or so wishing them well and all that, because it's coming from a place of wholeness. It automatically
overflows.
is it giving.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So an integrity for me is also living by my values, being true to myself. And it buys into the part where saying no. So it's like, because if I'm saying yes and I mean no, I'm doing a disservice to myself and to everybody else. Even though it might please that person in that moment,
right?
And they will feel like chosen, or I didn't hurt their feelings because whatever, right? So, but I'm doing a disservice to myself, because even though I'm not showing that, it's you're not aligned,
right?
And that's the part where saying yes to myself, living by my values, and acting on it as well.
Yeah, and then you live by your values. You think about what values are, right? So it's like being honest and being with yourself first, and then to others, right? So then it's like, if you're in a situation where you're tempted to like not be honest, right? Like, is someone watching you? Then if you feel like you can get away with it, and then you break your values, you break your character, you break integrity because no one was watching. So it's kind of like the same. It goes back to, doing what's right, including your values, including like being empathy, feeling empathy for yourself, and like being gracious, and living by your morals and your values, even though no one's watching you, because who's going to keep you accountable? Like, you have to keep yourself accountable.
Absolutely.
And when you don't, that's when you start going on alignment.
Yes.
And not being true to yourself. And so it's important to like be who you are and be true to yourself, even though no one's watching.
That's very important.
Right.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Let's embody that.
Let's embody that.
Why do I carry myself?
Yes.
With empathy and integrity.
Yeah. And the first question is, in general, how do I want to carry myself? Right? Like, how do I want to feel about myself going through life? That's like, do I want to hold myself?
Do I want to feel heavy or light and airy?
Exactly.
Like algodón.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please leave us a comment. Let us know how you're going through this journey of reprogramming your subconscious mind. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your stories, and share this video to others. Someone that you might think might be, take some value from it. And feel free to subscribe, like, and share, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.